Welcome to Cyclopedia of Wisdom. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as powerful as it is complex. Love. Love connects us and binds us, lifting us to the skies but also dropping us to the ground if we're not careful. Love is a double-edged sword. If you love the wrong person, you'll never find true happiness. You might end up chasing their love more intensely, losing your dignity and self-respect in the process. They might neglect you, insult you, and make you feel unimportant. But here's the raw truth. You don't need to be a prisoner of this craving. It's time to flip the script. In this video, I'll share 7 brutal psychological strategies to flip the coin so they'll beg for your attention. Rule 1. Don't give your attention away freely. Your attention is valuable. When you give it away too easily, people don't see it as special. Make them earn your attention. Don't be mean. Respect yourself and make others respect you too. Be rare, not common. Your attention should be a reward, not a giveaway. Your attention is like a precious resource, one that shouldn't be handed out indiscriminately. When people realize that your attention is not freely given, they start to appreciate it more. It becomes something they must work for, and this effort on their part naturally increases the value they place on it. Think about the times when you've given too much of your attention to someone who didn't truly appreciate it. How did that make you feel? Now, imagine if instead, you reserved your attention for those who genuinely deserved it. Your interactions would become more meaningful, and your self-worth would naturally increase. By not always being available, you create an air of mystery and rarity around yourself. People begin to see you as someone special, someone worth pursuing. This doesn't mean you should play hard to get in a manipulative way, but rather recognize your worth and act accordingly. When you do this, people will not take you for granted. They will understand that your time and attention are valuable commodities, and they will treat them with the respect they deserve. Rule 2. Stop investing too much effort. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're putting in all the effort, it's time to stop. Let them step up and show they're just as invested as you are. A relationship should be balanced. When you pull back, they'll either step up or reveal their true level of interest. It's about fostering a healthy dynamic where both parties are equally committed. Too often, we find ourselves in relationships where we are the ones always giving, always trying, always making the effort. This can be exhausting and ultimately leads to a feeling of being unappreciated. In a healthy relationship, both parties should be equally invested. If you find that you are the only one making plans, initiating contact, or keeping the relationship alive, it's time to reassess. By pulling back your efforts, you give the other person the opportunity to step up. This doesn't mean you should become completely distant or uninterested, but rather allow them the space to show their level of commitment. When both parties are equally invested, the relationship becomes more balanced and fulfilling. You will quickly see who is truly interested in maintaining the connection and who has been coasting along on your efforts. This approach is not about playing games but about ensuring that your relationship is based on mutual respect and effort. It's about valuing yourself enough to expect equal investment from the other person. When you implement this strategy, you command respect and foster a healthier, more balanced connection. Rule 3. Show them you don't need them. Prove you're happy on your own. When you show that your world doesn't revolve around them, they'll start seeing you in a new light. Independence is attractive. You're not cold, you're confident. Demonstrating your self-sufficiency makes you more appealing and respected. Independence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. When you show that you are capable of finding happiness and fulfillment on your own, it sends a powerful message. It tells others that you are not desperate for their attention or validation. Instead, you choose to be with them because you want to, not because you need to. Being happy on your own does not mean shutting others out or being emotionally distant. It means having a full, rich life that doesn't rely on another person for its happiness. This kind of self-sufficiency is incredibly appealing because it shows strength and confidence. When you are not clinging to someone else for your emotional well-being, They begin to see you as a complete person. They realize that your happiness does not depend on them, and this makes them respect you more. Independence doesn't mean you don't care about the other person. It simply means you are confident enough to stand on your own. This confidence is magnetic and makes others want to be around you. Show them that your world is complete with or without them, and they will start to see you in a new, more respectful light. Rule 4. Be emotionally self-sufficient. Be your own anchor. Don't rely on them for your emotional balance. Handle your feelings on your own and build up your emotional strength. Emotional self-sufficiency is attractive. It shows you're resilient and self-reliant. This independence changes how they perceive you, making you someone they admire. Emotional self-sufficiency means being able to handle your own emotions without relying on someone else to stabilize you. It's about being strong enough to deal with your feelings independently and not leaning on another person for every little thing. This doesn't mean you should never share your feelings or seek support, but rather, you should not be dependent on someone else for your emotional well-being. When you become emotionally self-sufficient, you show that you are resilient and capable of handling life's ups and downs on your own. This kind of strength is incredibly attractive because it shows that you are not a burden but a partner who can stand strong in the face of adversity. Being emotionally self-sufficient also changes how others perceive you. Instead of seeing you as someone who constantly needs support, they begin to see you as someone strong and dependable. This kind of perception fosters respect and admiration. You become more than just a partner. You become someone they look up to and want to be around. Rule 5. Be ready to cut ties. Set clear standards for how you're treated. If they can't meet those standards, walk away. Value yourself enough to leave if you're not valued. This commands respect and shows you know your worth. No more settling for being a second choice or a backup plan. You deserve to be a priority. Setting clear standards for how you are treated is crucial in any relationship. It's about knowing your worth and not settling for anything less than you deserve. If the person you are with cannot meet these standards, it's time to walk away. This is not about being harsh or unreasonable. It's about valuing yourself enough to expect the best. Too often, people stay in relationships where they are treated as an afterthought or a backup plan. This is not fair to you or the other person. You deserve to be a priority, and if they cannot see that, they are not worth your time. Walking away from a relationship where you are not valued sends a strong message. It tells them and everyone else that you know your worth and will not settle for anything less. This rule is about protecting your worth and ensuring that you are treated with the respect you deserve. When you show that you are ready to leave if you are not valued, you command respect. You show that you are not someone to be taken lightly and that your time and love are precious commodities. Rule 6. Stop seeking their validation. Your worth isn't based on their approval. Be confident in your choices, actions, and beliefs. Self-assurance is powerful. When you don't need their validation, they'll respect you more. Standing firm in who you are empowers you and shifts how they see you, making you an equal, not someone dependent on their approval. Too often, we look to others for validation and approval. We seek their nod of approval to feel good about ourselves. This is a trap that can lead to a cycle of dependency and insecurity. Your worth is not based on what someone else thinks of you. It's based on your own beliefs, actions, and choices. Being confident in who you are and what you do is incredibly powerful. It shows that you do not need someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. When you stop seeking validation from others, you start to empower yourself. This change is not just for your benefit, it also shifts how others see you. When they see that you are not hanging on their every word or desperate for their approval, they begin to respect you more. They see you as an equal, someone who is sure of themselves and their worth. This kind of self-assurance is attractive and makes others want to be around you. Rule 7. Don't always show how much you care. Hold back a bit. Make them wonder and want to earn your love. Your love is special. Don't give it away too quickly. When they have to work for it, they'll value it more. Keeping some of your feelings to yourself makes them curious and more invested in winning your affection. Showing all your love and care right away can sometimes backfire. When you tell them everything about how much you care, they might start to take you for granted. To avoid this, hold back a bit. Make them wonder and want to earn your love. Your love is special and should be treated as such. Before you go to the next video, I want to ask you, are you willing to be the prioritized, loved person, or a loser? Write your promise in the comments. I will be the person who does not seek love and who creates my own happiness. If you want more unfiltered and unscripted wisdom, hit the subscribe button and keep being stronger.